Hey, how's it going? So this is going to be a lot more laid back video than I normally do. I still hope you stick around to enjoy it. I have a family emergency to take care of, so it's pretty likely that if you're watching this the day it was posted, I'm nowhere near my house or my computer, so I wanted to get some videos out for the week. I'm trying to do 2 videos a week, stay consistent, excluding podcasts, because I think podcasts are like their own separate thing, but I want to put out 2 videos every week on the main channel. So to keep my consistency up, I thought we'd look at some shitty video game articles, right? So let's get right into it. This is just gonna be fun, really laid back. This is very experimental. If you like the video, please let me know. Leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know what you think about this. This might end up being a series. Who the fuck knows? So, but there is no lack of shitty video game articles out there, and I'm here for it. 15 things that make no sense in Monster Hunter Rise. As with all games in its franchise, Monster Hunter Rise has some interesting quirks that just plain make no sense. Okay, this is probably like things we wish you knew. Oh, this is like some introduction shit. I don't care. Okay, since the beginning of the series, why is this highlighted? What is this? 10 best Monster Hunter games ranked. Oh, is this part 2? What the fuck? Oh, I want to see number 10 Monster. What? Oh, hot take. Okay, maybe there's a part 2. Is that part 2? Holy shit. Okay, not taking the whole thing. Oh my god, we have a part 2. Holy shit. Since the beginning of the series, it has never really made sense how one gathers materials from slain monsters. Holy shit. Shouldn't you get more than a few scales from a Rathalos, for example? These things are absolutely huge. Yeah, okay, makes sense so far. If a monster only has one horn, and that's an item. Wait. If a monster only has one horn, and that's an item, cool. Then surely that makes sense, I guess. Everything else about gathering really doesn't in the grand scale of things. Unless it's because they can't carry more back to the village. Although, wait, that's it? That's all you have to say? So they're saying that, it doesn't make sense that you only get a few items. What is this? If a monster only has one horn, and that's an item. Am I stupid? What the fuck does that mean? Alright, so they're saying like, what the fuck? Why don't you get more items? It's a huge monster, blah blah blah. Well, one, it's a video game. I don't know. what do you expect? But no, for real, I always thought about this as a thing. So when you see cutscenes with monsters, you see them like wheeling away big like dead parts of the monster or whatever. In my mind, it actually makes a lot of sense that the hunter only gets a few parts and then like some money and stuff. Because you're being hired by like the guild or the village to hunt these monsters, but the whole hunting aspect of the game, it seems like you're not just hunting for yourself, you're hunting for the entire village, right? So like you're killing this monster, but the parts harvested from this monster go to the entire village. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of what it's implied in the game, is like you sign up with the guild or whatever and you go on hunts and then you get a cut of the monster, but the village also gets a cut of the monster and then the guild gets a cut of the monster. You know what I'm saying? Like the monster is a resource. You go out, you're hired to do the job, you go out, do the job, and then after the job's done, everyone gets a cut. So the guild gets a cut of Zinni and monster parts. The village gets a cut of Zinni and monster parts, and the hunters get a cut of Zinni and monster parts. That's how I see it in my mind. I think that's kind of how it's implied. I mean, you can't run an entire village off of fucking Dongos, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like the Dongo girl is going to, like, make bank for the village. And if you look at every village in Monster Hunter, everyone in the village is there to support the hunter, who's kind of like the main breadwinner in the village. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's just funny. I've thought about this before, but in my mind, I feel like you're hired to do a job and everyone gets a cut. So at the end of the day, if you don't get that mantle, well, the guild's like, nah, son, that mantle's mine. All right, let's move on. You carry all that in a weapon that big. Okay, so it's a video game, but come on. That weapon is huge. On top of this, you'll run into each hunt holding 10 potions, 10 mega potions, piles of cooked meat, maybe some uncooked meat. Who brings uncooked meat? A few barrels of gunpowder, sure, why not bring those along too? All of these items are essential for a hunt, but none of these hunters are sporting backpacks or wagons in towed. Okay, wagons. Actually, they bring a wagon once you're done with the hunt. They come pick up the monster in a giant wagon, as seen here in this cutscene. So when it comes down to not being able to harvest more monsters from more monsters, carry weight is clearly not an issue. In fact, it's the least of these hunters' issues. Okay, so, yeah, so I get this one. Holding all the items. Now, the big weapons, I think that's stupid. I can explain my thoughts on that, but let's go with, like, the carrying stuff. Yeah, having a bunch of meat and potions and shit, that I see where they're coming from with that. There's no, like, hammer space or, like, magic and shit, so I get it. But so I understand that. Yeah, okay, I'll give you a pass on the items. But the big weapons, listen, if you, like, look at these hunters at scale compared to the monsters, these hunters are not human, like, level, right? Like, if you look at the Tiger-X, however you want to pronounce it, for example, and getting hit by one of those, like, a hunter, even naked, getting hit by a low rank Tiger-X won't automatically cart and die. So why is that, right? You're just basically a human. Well, no, you're superhuman. So the hunters are, this is all fantasy world, and the hunters are superhuman. Like, I don't know where anyone got the idea that's implied that the hunters are, like, equal to human level when they're clearly, like, anime level, right? So when you look at someone in a series, let's say you look at Yamcha, right? Everyone likes to dog on Yamcha. But if Yamcha was in the real world, like our world, right? Yamcha would kick our ass. Like, Floyd Mayweather would have nothing on Yamcha. Yamcha is above human. Like, it is what it is. He's above what an actual human can do. Same with these hunters. Like, these hunters are superhuman. Not to say they have, like, superpowers and they can fly around and shit. No. What I mean is, like, they have incredible durability. They have incredible strength. So in my mind, it's not that the weapons are too big and it makes no sense. It's that these hunters are scaled relative to the world. Does that make sense? Like, the world of Monster Hunter is pretty over the top. It's pretty crazy. It has really strong monsters. The average monster, like, would beat any wildlife we have on Earth. So it makes sense that the humans, quote unquote, the humans of that world scale to the world. I don't know. That's just something I've always thought about. I feel like they scale to the world, and it's not like they represent a human. So, like, a human hunter in Monster Hunter does not scale to a human on Earth, if that makes any sense. Maybe I'm thinking too much into it. Wait, didn't we already defeat that one? Okay, what the fuck? Another thing that doesn't add up about monsters in the series is their respawn rate. The name of the game is to hunt monsters, and hunt monsters you shall. But when do the monsters no longer need hunting? What? Replaying the same missions over and over again to fight the same monsters brings up this issue. Are Magnamallows facing extinction yet? They're clearly not reproducing and growing to full scale that quickly. That much we can be sure of. Well, why are you sure of it? Why? Wait. They're clearly not reproducing and growing to full scale that quickly. That much we can be sure of. Well, why? Why are you sure of that? Like, you're saying they're not growing to full adulthood that quickly, yet the game obviously has them growing to adulthood quickly. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? Fair, I guess? I don't know. Again, it's a video game, but secondly, you're saying they're clearly not reproducing and growing to full scale that quickly. Well, obviously they are, because you have to fight them a bunch. Like, that much we can be sure of. But how are you sure of it? Like, obviously they are reproducing that fast. Like, I don't know. What? Why are you so sure? Whatever. It's not bad. Like, this list isn't bad. It's just kind of, like, dumb. The materials are infinite, okay? Monsters come back over time, and you could pin that on nature doing its thing at a stretch. I don't know, maybe. But that rock is back. But that rock is back. Oh. But that rock is back. Oh my god, that's beautiful. I will put that on a shirt. But that rock is back. If you watch this far in the comments, please leave that in the comment. Like, please put that in the comments. But that rock is back. Oh my god. I'm gonna tweet that later. Everyone will know what the fuck I'm talking about. Or no one, because no one watches my videos, but whatever. You can mine a material deposit of iron ore and then come back later to see that it in its crystallized form again. Perfect and untouched. Okay, you got me. You got me on this one. Number 12. Cool. You got me on this one. All right. Where do the other hunters live? What the fuck? What do you mean, where do the other hunters live? Okay. While playing Monster Hunter Rise, you've likely gone on many expeditions with other hunters, whether that be in a group of friends or different strangers every time. There's no shortage of assistance you can call upon. While this is great, where do they actually come from? You live in a rural village with seemingly no other civilizations nearby, and you have a lone house by the river. What? It's not by the river. With so few buildings and all of these residents, where do all of these other hunters go? Their own Kimura dimensions? You know, this one probably makes the most sense out of all the ones that I've read so far. It does seem kind of weird that we come from all these little villages. I'm gonna chalk this one up to just being a video game, I guess. I don't really think that hard. Oh, that's the river right there. Oh, I was like, the river? What river? What? Your house is by a river? I didn't even notice that, bro. You know what should be on this list? You know what's right next to your house? There's a guy, I guess, selling a fish, or just that has a fish. That fish has been out for like 2 years. Like, that dude either gets the same giant-ass fish. Do you know what I'm talking about? I'm gonna have a video of it right here. This dude either gets the same giant-ass fish and puts it out every day, or, like, is really good at catching a giant-ass fish. That fish should be rotten by now. Like, that should be on the list. If the fish is on the list, then we know we're winning. Palamutes and Palicos can dig warps. What? Dig warps? What the fuck? Dig warps. What is this, like, article? What? Dig warps? Like, teleport? Most monsters in this series can dig in one way or the other. That's not unheard of. Palicos and Palamutes can dig into the ground in order to seemingly warp to your side if they get left behind somewhere. Okay, again, I think I chalked this up to the Palicos and Palamutes dig really fucking fast, maybe. Like, they're obviously, like I said with the human thing, they don't scale to normal dogs and cats. Because obviously, if a cat gets hit by a fucking Tigrex, like a human, you know, earth cat gets fucking slashed, chomped by a Tigrex, it's fucking dead. But a Palico, that shit has some fucking durability. Like I'm not like a anime power scaler or anything like that. But if I had to scale these animals, I'd scale them closer to Krillin than a grizzly bear. You know what I'm saying? Like, Palamutes and Palicos scale closer to someone like Krillin than they do a grizzly bear in real life. I don't know. Does that make any sense? And I guess that would make their digging potential even stronger than, you know, than normal. It seems like digging in general is pretty common in Monster Hunter. Like, there's a lot of monsters you don't expect to actually dig in the ground, but they do. They dig. So, I don't know. Maybe, I mean, in a sense, the Palamutes and Palicos are kind of like monsters themselves. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, they're animals, and all the animals in the world are monsters, pretty much. I mean, there's, like, endemic life, but even they have special, like, biological powers, you know? So I guess, I don't know. I'm chalking it up to anime power scaling. Like, these guys are just strong, right? Their digging potential is high. I don't know. They outscale their their earthly counterparts when it comes to digging potential. I don't know. I guess this is just kind of like, oh, Palamute riding, because it's a video game. Again, I'm not even gonna read this one. Big dog, sure, the current likely really do, but whether you're talking about real life or in the game, the physics. Here we go with the physics again. It's a video game, first of all, video game physics, but at the same time, I'm going with my same explanation up here. these animals don't scale to our real life animals. They scale to the world of Monster Hunter. So, yeah, we'll just keep going with this. I don't want this video to be a fucking hour long. Can palicos talk or not? Yes, they can. This is racist. This is palico racism right here. They obviously talk. Palicos obviously talk to you, but just because they do, like, okay, do you remember Monster Hunter World? There's like the palico, and then there's those I forget what those cats are called, but they don't talk human language or whatever, and the palico talks to them. This is very vague. Like, I'm remembering this very vaguely, so let me know in the comments if you remember this, but palicos talk human language or Monster Hunter language, whatever the fuck you want to call it, right? And they learned it at some point. Like, the palicos we have learned it at some point, because there's those feline monsters in World that don't speak English, and like the palicos can understand them or whatever, right? This is racist. Let me tell you why this is racist. Listen, okay, maybe I should read it first. While we're picking apart these dogs and cats, we have to question the intelligence of palicos. Why question it? They are never shown to talk in cutscenes. Yes, what? They definitely talk. Maybe not in cutscenes, but yet they are subtitled, yeah? This could mean that they are speaking their own language, or are they telepathically bonded with us? What? Have you played a fucking Monster Hunter game? Telepathically bonded with us. Look, in Monster Hunter 3 and 3 Ultimate, Cha-Cha didn't talk in fucking cutscenes. He just made his little, like, cha-cha, cha-cha, you know, fucking noises, so. But he obviously had subtitles. You could talk to him. Listen, this is racist. I'm gonna tell you why. The cats can speak their cat language, and when they're excited, they go, meow, meow, you know, they're whatever. That's like their tribal language. So it's like if someone was speaking, like, their second language was English, right? And then they said, like, I don't know, French word every now and again. Just, I don't know, for some reason they would say, like, a French word. Like, my great-grandparents were French, like Cajun French, so they'd speak a little bit of English mixed with Cajun French. We're getting a little meta here with the whole Cajun French bullshit. But basically, like, so my grandma would say, like, she'd say a sentence and then, like, oh, mosh connais pas, something like that or whatever, right? Basically, I don't know, baby. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, oh, this, and this happened. I don't know. And then she talked, like, half in French. That's just because, like, her first language was French or Cajun French, and then her second language was English. So these cats, just obviously, palicos, their second language is English because their native language would be like cat language. So this is racist. Yes, they can talk. Of course they can. What the fuck? This is not the most ridiculous theory out there. What? Yes, it is. What do you mean this isn't the most ridiculous theory out there about this game? But this is. But this is reaching quite a bit. You don't say. Without a proper explanation, I just explained. Explain, Capcom. Can we talk to our cats? Yes, they literally talk. I don't. This is so stupid. What do you mean explain? I just explained. Most ridiculous theory. Is this part 3? 5 ways the Monster Hunter movie. Oh no, not the Monster Hunter movie. Okay, I'm moving on. This is stupid. 7. Oh, we're still not done. Fighting palicos. They're stronger than normal cats. Okay, moving on. I know where the monster is. Trust me. What? Oh no. What is this? In Monster Hunter World, you head out to hunt them and attract the monsters. You need to search the habitats to track. Oh no. Even in mid-battle, you still keep blah blah blah. Oh my god. Well, many things have been in Monster Hunter Rise, being so many fans of new Monster features, make the cut tracking. In Rise, just look at your map and you know where. Dude, are you this stupid? Are you brain dead? Oh my god. The fucking birds. The birds. I'm gonna have a video. I'm gonna show it right now. The birds. When you start a hunt in Monster Hunter Rise, you have your little, what is it, the cuckoo, the fucking bird. You throw out your bird, right? Mine's a penguin. A penguin that flies. Oh my god. Don't let whoever wrote this like article know that my penguin flies. They would have a fucking hernia. But the bird goes out and, like, finds the monster and tracks the monster. That's what's implied, bruh. Like, that's clearly what's implied, and that's what's going on. Yeah, there is no tracking. Well, because you have a bird that goes out and finds the monster. Your little cuckoo. What the fuck? It's not a cuckoo. Not a cuckoo. The fucking bird. You know what I'm talking about. If you played the game for more than I don't know, 5 hours, you know that you have a bird that tracks the hunter. Like, it at the beginning of the hunt, he goes out and he flies and like finds the monster. What? This is this is so stupid. This is only number 6. Eating Dongos all day. I'm not even gonna. Do I want to? Since Monster Hunter World food looks absolutely. Oh my! I'm not even. Am I done with this? I restricted classes. While you can swap weapons. Yeah, I'm not even gonna. Revival problems. When hunting a monster this big, you should probably say to everyone you know, well, if you could die, that is. Oh my gosh, it's a fucking video game. People do die. Like in Pokemon, these hunters just faint and are carted back to the camp via a wagon of palicos. Beautiful. It is cute and all, but what about... Yeah, no, so... I mean, maybe I'm just have been playing this series for too long, but they do talk about hunters like dying and shit. Like, it doesn't happen that often. Oh, maybe it does. Who knows? You're just like, the reason you're getting carted away and like you survive is because you're like the main character. You know what I mean? Like, kind of like the protagonist. You're like the super hunter, you know? Like, you and your friends are like the super hunters because you can take down like elder dragons that are supposed to be this like crazy like world shattering like threats, but revival problem, I don't know. I think it's a issue with scaling. I think people don't realize that well, one, it's just a fucking video game, and two, you're just like a really strong fucking person. Like, you're not okay. A smithy that small with a bustling trade. What? I'm actually curious about this. Wee. A village surrounded by monsters, reliant on monster parts. With oh look, they said it relied on monster parts with hunting monsters as the paramount profession. Needless to say, armor and weapons is a key trade of Kimura. Yeah, sure. As it is for most places in the Monster Hunter universe. So where's the blacksmith's workshop? Okay, I don't know. I guess I give them a pass on this one. There was like a massive factory and world, but the smithy is just kind of there. So it's like, there's like 2 smithies in Kimura. There's one that's like, his workshop's obviously right there, but he also has his like apprentice or whatever who's in the little village guild area or whatever, you know what I'm talking about. I'll show a video of it right now, what I'm talking about, that guy. So I don't know. Kimura, maybe he does it somewhere else. Who knows? Who gives a shit? Oh, this is good. Okay, but what is a wire bug? Oh, this is good. Okay, now I haven't even read this yet, but I'm just gonna say one thing. So in the Japanese, wire bug is actually translated to iron bug. So the wire that's shot out from the wire bug is at least strong as iron. Obviously, the feats that it does, I think it's a little bit stronger than iron. But I mean, yeah, we can tell that this bug isn't just a normal bug. Like, it's got some pretty strong, like, there's a reason all these hunters have invested so much time into taming these wild bugs and like domesticating them, right? There's a reason they did that. It's because of how strong they are, right? In the Japanese, they're called iron bugs, so they're at least iron level. So let's see what they have to, this is gonna be good. Let's see what they have to say. Another new addition in Rise is the wire bug. This little insect will let you zip, whip, and fling yourself across the map with ease. They recharge over time and let you hang and swing from them while they remain stationary in the air, or even create unique attacks in tandem with your weapons. Yes, they do. That said, what? It's an absolutely brilliant mechanic and one of the better additions this game has to offer compared to previous entries. I think the same thing. I like the wire bugs. They're cool. But these bugs must have some serious power. They do. They'll sit in your pocket. Yes, they do. They'll sit in your pockets and wait for you to use their thread-like powers. Yes, they will. How nice of them. Yes. What's the point? Okay, but what's the point? You didn't ask. You just said what? That was your question? What? Well, I answer it. There's a reason why hunters in Kimura Village would spend so much time taming and domesticating these little bugs, because obviously they have some really strong fucking abilities, and they have some really strong fucking like wire shit, you know, or silk or whatever the fuck it is, right? But what was the name of this fucking things that don't make sense? What doesn't make sense? It's a mythical fucking world. I mean, that's like asking, look at this dragon, it shoots fire. Well, that doesn't make sense. I could say like the dragon has fire sacs and uses its biological energy to create fire, but we don't have any of that on Earth. So it's like, oh, what? So a dragon makes fire from a fire sac? No animals have fire sacs. So I mean, you can say the same thing about this bug. Wire bugs have extremely intense wire abilities and are hyper strong. I mean, bugs are pretty fucking strong. Like an ant can carry what, like 3 times its body weight. So this bug being extremely strong and actually being able to hold up the weight of a hunter kind of like, to me at least, kind of fits, because bugs are fucking strong as is. And then again, it has this weird like wire energy bullshit. It's obviously some like bioluminescence shit going on. So, and as we've seen in Monster Hunter, bioluminescence kind of like correlates with energy and power. So for example, I'm thinking about, you know, how when a monster glows, that means there's some kind of power energy being unleashed by that monster. So I think lore wise and like this is pretty consistent, like, or not even lore wise, but like I guess world building wise, this is still pretty consistent, because we can see this bioluminescence shit, and basically when a monster glows or like a piece of your armor starts to glow or something's glowing, you know it's like pretty fucking strong. Even when it comes to like monster weapons that glow, right? It's mostly the stronger monsters that have weapons that glow and shit. So this bioluminescence bullshit kind of like makes me think that there's some kind of like power or energy being produced by this little bug. Again, if we were playing like, I don't know, Red Dead Redemption and they had wire bugs in them, I'd be like concerned. I'd be like, okay, this doesn't make sense. But in the world of Monster Hunter, the wire bugs are consistent with the lore, or at least consistent with the world building. I'd say they're pretty damn consistent, to be honest. I have no problem. Is this a guy who made this? About the author? Buddy, I don't want to know anything about you. Sorry, son. But yeah, I say the wire bugs are pretty consistent. I am done. How long is this fucking video? Jesus, way too long. Okay, if you like the video, please leave a like, leave a comment. If you want me to cover another like weird article about Monster Hunter or anything like that, please leave me a link to the article, and also let me know if you want another video like this. I appreciate everyone being patient with me as I start to try to create a consistent schedule for the channel. To all the new subscribers that I've had lately, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I don't think this video is going to do gangbusters, but if anyone's here listening to this, I appreciate you more than you'll ever know. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And goodbye. Have a great day.